what you do? And she said, I'm driving up from New Jersey and you're in conversation with me. So with that, I would like to introduce you to the one and only Liz Alterman.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you everyone for being here. Can everyone hear me? Okay, thank you. So I won't be reading from my book, but I will be reading from my phone tonight. So, as Lisa said, I'm from New Jersey, so I'll be doing a second set of Sopranos only material after the signing. With the purchase of any book, I'm giving away a gold medallion or a coupon for a spray tan. Your choice. I hope yous will stick around. So I'm so happy to be here, not only to celebrate Lisa and her incredible new novel, but also because it's so nice to be with real people and not just the fake ones in my head. Readers always ask, how long does it take to write a book? To give you some perspective, if you saw the flyer that we put out with just about a dozen words, that took us about 6 weeks. So you can do the math, because we're not great at that either. So Lisa and I met, like most people do now, online, complaining about other people we met online. And we bonded right away over all the things that we have in common. Love of thrillers, receiving countless rejections, and the fact that we are not afraid to exploit our cats for fresh social media content. Shout out to Dave. So all kidding aside, we write because we love words and stories, and you really have to, because there's not much money in it, hence the cash bar. Of course, we also do it because murder in fiction is so much less risky than it is in real life. Speaking of homicide, when you're an author, people ask you a lot of dumb questions. I have a cousin, and she'll say, Liz, it's amazing that you wrote this book. Where could I find it? And I'm like, bitch, you're in 3 book clubs. Don't pretend like you don't know where to buy a novel. You've got a master's degree in education. I know you're aware of libraries. And she tries to backpedal. She'll say, no. What I meant was, how can you make the most money? That's what I want to do for you. And so I say to her, if you really want to do that, you're going to have to get me a time machine and a law degree. It's not in the writing. So one of a writer's special skills is procrastination. I'll tell you more about that tomorrow. No, it's true. So for example, when my editor told me that I had some revisions due in mid-July, I thought, you know what? That seems like the perfect time to drive 400 miles to Burlington, Vermont to do 4 minutes of stand-up in a soda lounge. Thank you. So you may be wondering, why is a thriller writer attempting stand-up comedy? And the truth is, I went through a bad breakup earlier in the year, and Lisa was there for me every step of the way. The breakup was with my agent. And Lisa and I concluded that the publishing business is a lot like being in a bad relationship. You pour your heart and soul, your hopes and dreams into something, and then that person turns to you and says, I didn't love. Or even worse, you know, there's a lot to admire here, but I'm gonna pass. But I am sure someone else out there is going to feel differently. So I wanted to try to write in a different way and to fall in love with words once again. Also, I'm 53, and my whole life, thank you, I've had this crippling fear of public speaking. So I thought if I tried stand-up comedy, I could conquer it once and for all. So I've been spending a lot of time with comics, and what I've learned is that it's really just 2 things that you need to get over that stage fright. You probably think I'm going to say time and practice, but it's really Xanax and Chardonnay. Those are the secrets. So, on the topic of intoxicating things, if you haven't read Lisa's book yet, you are in for a treat. There's plenty of sex, there's lots of interesting food, and those are only the dog rescue chapters. So, when Lisa sent me a copy, I completely ignored my family for like 6 hours straight because I could not stop reading. On a regular day, I try to cap the neglect at around 3 to 4 hours max. But this book and Lisa's talent are no joke, so please pick up a copy for yourself, your friends, your family, anyone who enjoys reading. And let's welcome the supremely talented Lisa Kusel. And thank you for having me.